I'm ready whenever you are.
Alright, when you pick a topic to do, you want to make sure it's not boring, you want to make sure your audience is intrigued, and have a lot of knowledge on the topic that you do. Some things you can do to make sure that you have a lot of knowledge is topic lists, surveys, news items, and then when you pick your topic, limit it, but if it's really interesting, it shouldn't matter if it's short or not. If it's really long and boring, you know,
you got to realize the kind of audience that you are presenting, or like, I would say, I don't know, presenting to or playing the sport, whatever. I mean, you got to know there's a difference between a high school pep rally and like an elementary pep rally, obviously, and then you got to know and ease into what you are doing and presenting, as in how some comedians will go into their jokes and kind of ease in to see what the audience is really like that night. And it's kind of different.
Research your topic. A lot of good things that you can do. You can go to libraries. There's a lot of information there, books, computers, news sources, biographic material, using and evaluating the internet, integrating research into your speech, and citing research.
You always have to have a thesis, a strong statement that you are positive on. Can't be iffy on it, because that really wouldn't be a great statement. An example of one is all high school students should attend college after graduating. It's right to the point.
You consider that a strong statement? Just checking. I just yes or no answer. I just double checking. But somebody's been listening to me.
Okay, 4.5, because it was when you choose your thesis, you have to have main points as well. So like a college education is valuable because then you have all your different reasons, and then you're gonna want to eliminate the least important. So I would say 5 because it's like negative compared to all the other ones. They're all like a positive statement. So I would eliminate number 5, and then you want to combine to have a main focus. So like most of these are saying how you're gonna get a good job, so it secures a better job, and then these are all like different reasons why it's secure, how it's secured a better job.
You're also going to want to support your main points with examples, definitions, any type of evidence that you can find, and then numerical dates, so it's all.
Okay, so you're going to want to organize your information before you give your speech. So state your general purpose. Your general purpose would be, like we've been using a college kind of speech type thing. So my general purpose would be to persuade you. Your specific purpose would be to persuade students to attend college after high school. And then the thesis would be all students must attend college after graduating. And then state your main points with evidence, like I just decided in 1.5. When you word your speech, you're going to want to be really clear about what you say. Use specific terms and numbers. So instead of saying dog, you're going to want to say like poodle, for instance, or instead of saying, when you want to use specific numbers, instead of saying you get a good salary, you say you get like $90,000 a year. Guide phrases are saying, first I'm going to tell you about blah, 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 and then you say second and third. You want to use short words, so don't come up here and say fragilistic or superfragilistic, whatever.
Superfragilistic,
whatever, how you say it. Because no one's going to be like, no, it's just hard to follow when you're using big words. And idioms, I think that's how you say it. They're like figures of speech, kind of like, so a chip off the old block. If you either know what that means or you don't, and if you don't know what it means, then you're not going to follow that speech. Appropriateness, don't come up here, I know I do it a lot, but don't come up here and start like cussing and swearing because people are just gonna be like, oh, you're ignorant, and they're not gonna wanna listen to you. Speech constructions, use short rather than long, direct rather than indirect, and positive rather than negative. Conduct your introduction and conclusion. Introduction, you want to get your attention getter, like Mr. Gross always says. Orient the audience. So that's basically saying like state your main purpose, and then like give previews of main points and just stuff like that. Conclusion, you want to summarize, bring it all back together at the end, and you want to close by like saying thank you. And a common thing that people do is they'll say thank you, and then they'll just like race away from the podium and won't give any time to like just let that speech sink in. You want to sit there for a second and like give a little bit of eye contact before you run away.
Whenever it comes to rehearsing your speech or practicing for it, what you need to do is do it from beginning to end. Don't just start in the middle because you messed up there. It's from beginning to end. That's how it should be when you practice it. That's how you're gonna give it. Time your speech, so you know when you should cut off a story or when you should make something longer so it doesn't go over time or it's not too short. And when you rehearse your speech, try and look at yourself in the mirror so that you know what you look like. So you know you have eye contact or movement, and you're showing gestures that you have feeling for what you're talking about.
Have you ever tried it? Has anybody ever tried it?
It's hard.
Yeah, we had to do it for wrestling. We had to say our goals in the mirror.
Did you laugh?
What?
Did you laugh?
Yeah.
It's very hard not to look in the mirror and not laugh. I mean, when you're looking in the mirror and you do those things, try to practice and you laugh. It's very difficult. Once you get used to it, it is a great technique. But the full-length mirror, I don't know, because all I end up doing is going, you fat ass, get out and run. Totally forget about my topic and just rip on myself.
And when you do give your speech, you need to make sure that your voice, you're not yelling or you're not being too quiet. You have the rate for the amount of time that you're giving, the articulation and pronunciation. You need to say that you're actually saying words, like don't say history, you say history. Wanna, you don't say I wanna go do this, you say I want to go do something. Studying, that's, people won't take you seriously. You say studying, or company, you say I work for a company.
I'm gonna go.
For body language, like I said, you have to have eye contact and facial expressions. When you're telling a funny story, you smile, or if it's sad, you try and give the mood of something sad. Gestures and posture, and make sure you have movement.
I found something yesterday, and I know I'm a geek. I read on body language and nonverbals, and one of the techniques they tell you to do before you ever answer your phone, smile. You should smile every time you hear your phone ring. And there's two reasons. Number one, if the phone rings, it means somebody wants to talk to you. You're a special person. When you think that, smile, because the conversation will go more positively if you have a smile on your face. And I kind of start thinking about how simplistic could that be. But I mean, if you answer like, hello, I mean, that immediately tells the person on the other end. But A, think you're special, someone's calling you, and smile because you're special. Be smile because you have a chance to work it out. That's fake. Well done, you guys. Well done.